Nick, apologize one more again. Nick, apologize one more time, Nick. Apologize one more time. One more again. Do it one more again. One more again. Nick, we support you. We are behind you 110%. I'm going to say this to get on out your way. It reminds me of that movie, The Da Vinci Code, when the church was like, the Catholic Church was upset because they was trying to hide the fact that they thought that Jesus was married to Mary Magdalene. I don't believe that no more than nothing, but they was upset. They was going to such great lengths to try to hide this truth about Jesus Christ. It also reminds me, do y'all remember when Tyler Perry first came out? And Tyler Perry wasn't doing movies yet, he was doing plays. And you know, different networks was coming at him because they wanted him to, you know, come to TV and do shows. But they didn't want him to talk about Jesus. He couldn't talk about Jesus. They didn't want him to say the name or nothing like that. Tyler Perry was like, well, you don't want me. Tyler Perry went out and got his own. Okay? Nick, I believe that God, this is your moment. That God is ushering you into your own, brother. You are such a powerful voice within the black community. And this is the thing. The powers that be do not like it. Because stop believing the hype about it causing a racial divide. What it is causing is the truth to come to the surface. It's causing an uprising within the black community because we're starting to see ourselves as ourselves. And we're starting to believe that we can actually do it. We're starting to talk about building Black Wall Street back up. We're starting to talk about getting our own banks, our own NBA teams, and you know, owning things that we've never owned. Think about it, even with Bill Cosby. I'm not going to sit up and say Bill probably didn't do something funny. I don't know. But I honestly believe that it has a lot to do with the fact that Bill was about to buy, what was it, NBC, I think it was? The network? Correct me if I'm wrong, the network name. But he was trying to buy the network. And then all of a sudden, boom, here comes this Me Too movement. Right? Whenever a black man, a black person, period, begins to come into their own, the powers that be are going to try to stop them from doing it, because our history has been it's been buried for so long. They did not want us to read back then. They knew knowledge was power. And if we ever got into our minds who we were, they knew who we were when they picked us up on that, when they put us on that boat. Okay? They knew who we were. They knew what a powerful people we were. Why do you think why do you think that when slavery ended, like, people was like, oh, you made me lose my property, and they looked at us as property, as such a valuable asset. They were so upset about using us because of the simple fact that we built this country. We did the agricultural work when we came over here. We built these things, and then we started wising up. We started inventing different things, and what they do, steal it and put their name on it. The fact that you have been with Viacom for over 20 years, and I remember when you first came to Nickelodeon, I remember you was a little skinny black kid, and I was like, where does this little dude come from? And I will admit it, I was looking at you kind of funny, like, if you would have told me back then that you would grow up to be the man that you are today, I would never have believed it. Never. Never. Never have believed it. But you are such a strong, young, powerful. You have a voice that people listen to, and that's the problem. They don't want people to hear this kind of thing. It's not about a racial divide. It's about the truth. And people who want to keep things under wraps, who don't want to face their demons, don't want to face the truth, when they have power over you, they're going to flex that power. That's the reason why I don't watch BET. I stopped watching BET years ago. That's not our narrative. We're not speaking on our own behalf, on our own culture. We're following what they're telling us to do because they're paying us. They're paying you. That's the reason why my ex used to watch all those reality shows, and I used to hate it because to me it's just modern day minstrel shows. They want to see us in a negative context, and what y'all don't understand is that the narrative, it's like six networks that control what you see when you turn on the TV. Viacom is one of them. I can't remember the rest of them. I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to tell you no lie. But It's like 6 of them. And the Jewish people run these companies, run these networks. White people run these networks. You see your face all day long, but that's not who is speaking for you. They're puppets. That's why Tyler Perry went and got his own. So nobody can tell him what to do. He can put out whatever he wants. Oprah Winfrey, the same way. Got her own network. This is mine. I can say what I want to say. One of the richest black women in America. They don't like it. Now, I'm not... This is the thing that I don't like. I'm going to say this because I'm talking about Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and all these people. At some level, and I'm just going to say this, and don't get all upset and mad with me and all that other crap. At some level, you're going to reach a certain level, and the pressure's going to hit. Reality is going to surround you. And you're going to start compromising. It's just my personal thing. I believe there's a lot of compromising going on. You can't compromise, Nick. Go out there and get your own. If you build it, we will come. We will support you. I support you 110%. Stop apologizing, brother. You was not wrong. You spoke the truth. They didn't like it, so now they did what they did. But this is your opportunity to build your own. People are listening. They've been listening to you. And they going to keep watching you to see what happens because they going to think that you're going to fall by the wayside and become a nobody. That's what they're looking for. I need you to shock it. Shock the system. I need you to build your own. Okay? Build your own. You have the power to do it. You have the support behind you to do it. So you can control the narrative. So that we can have our voice heard and speak our truth. Our reality. We support you. We love you. And we don't want to hear another apology out of you. Only thing we want you to do is to announce, I'm going for my own. You really think people going to show up to Wildin' Out now? Ain't nobody going to show up to Wildin' Out. I would be surprised if the people who work for Wildin' Out right now were going to say, nobody's going to work for nobody else. It's not going to be the same. Trust me, like I said in my last video, if they don't appreciate your presence, they're going to appreciate your absence. We love you, brother.